Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodia. I'd like to welcome you guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about my all-time favorite Avengers story. It's the time Baron Zemo and his Masters of Evil attack and take over the Avengers Mansion. They defeat the Avengers. Baron Zemo almost breaks Captain America. Like, he wanted to make him pay for everything that gone wrong in his life. He wanted to make Cap pay, and anything that was related to Cap was going to burn. It was a very well-written story by Roger Stern, illustrated by John Buscema. It came out in 1986. It took place in issues 270 to 277. So without further ado, we're going to get into this. So in the first issue, the Avengers have to deal with the fact that people are sort of protesting against one of the team members. Namor, the Submariner, is on the team, and a lot of people are not happy with him on the Avengers due to the fact that he has a history of being a bad guy, trying to take over the surface world, flooding it, sending monsters, sending Atlantean armies, killing people. And while other people actually show support for Namor because they remember his time on the Invaders, helped the Allied forces. But what happens, a riot breaks outside the Avengers Mansion. And so the Avengers go outside, try to do crowd control, try to de-escalate the whole situation. But Wasp realizes that there's a person within the crowd that's actually instigating the violence. It's Moonstone. So during this whole issue, the Avengers are trying to deal with the whole thing of the protest. They're trying to capture Moonstone. You have some pretty fun action in this issue. Moonstone gets captured with help of Black Knight and his really crazy ebony blade. Because Black Knight is just a really awkward character many times in the Avengers, because he has an offensive weapon, but it has a very convenient curse that he can't cut people, draw blood, because he can absorb the souls. It has a curse that might affect him. And so he always has to use his sword in weird, sometimes creative and fun ways, and sometimes it just really lame ways, because he can't cut people, so he has to hit them with the flat part of a blade or the hilt or stuff like that. In this case, he absorbs Moonstone's blast and redirects it back to her. She gets defeated. Police arrive, take her away. But the people within the police transport are not cops. It's Absorbing Man and Titanium. They're there to recruit Moonstone into Baron Zemo's Masters of Evil. So, issue 271. What happens here? Wasp gets into a little spat with Hercules. Hercules doesn't want to be led by a woman. He's not down with that. So he storms off into New York streets while Wasp goes back to her apartment, and she discovers that Paladin breaks into her house. I gotta say one thing about Paladin. He's such a lame character. I just love to hate him. So in this story, he goes with Wasp to question this new villain that popped up that's using Hank Pym's Yellow Jacket armor and tech. So they want to find out who the hell she is, what's her deal, how did she get her hands on Hank Pym's technology. When they're at the prison, they are attacked by Screaming Mimi and the Great Gargoyle. They're there to recruit this Yellow Jacket, the new one, the female one, into Baron Zemo's Masters of Evil. So we have Wasp, Paladin, and later on Black Knight joins in on the battle. They're able to defeat the Great Gargoyle and Screaming Mimi, but Yellow Jacket's able to get away and joins the Masters of Evil. Issue 272. It's a brief detour. We have Submariner dealing with a coup in Atlantia. Atum is trying to take control. He kidnapped his wife, which is Marina. So we have a team up with the Avengers and Alpha Flight helping Namor deal with Atum. Rescuing Marina, which is Namor's wife. I'm not sure if they're divorced by this time or they're going to get divorced because of this story, because I haven't read it in a real long time. So we're going to skim through this one. It's a fun read. It's a fun detour. Then we're going to go to issue 273. So mostly what we get in this particular story, we have Black Knight. He's teaching Captain Marvel, because Black Knight's a scientist or something like that, the extent of her powers, how she can use them, how she can push herself in using her powers in new ways. And we start to see who are on Baron Zemo's team. We get the big reveal that Baron Zemo is the one recruiting. We didn't know that up until this point, but we get to see the extent of Baron Zemo's army. It's not a team. We have Mr. Hyde, Wrecker, Goliath, Titanium, Blackout, Fixer, Absorbing Man, Pile Driver, Bulldozer. I can't remember this guy. I think he's called Thunderball, part of the Wrecking Crew. Yellow Jacket, and Tiger Shark. So it's basically a villain army. And what goes down is they attack the Avengers Avengers Mansion through the front door. They know no one's home. They easily destroy the defenses. I imagine poor Jarvis, this whole situation, seeing that on the screen, seeing all these villains coming to attack. He probably shit his pants. Poor Jarvis gets captured. And now what Baron Zemo is going to do is, like, each Avenger is going to arrive back to the Avengers Mansion one by one, and he's going to just start picking them off one at a time. So the first guy that gets his ass totally kicked is poor Black Knight. He gets totally demolished. Then Captain Marvel arrives. She enters the Avengers Mansion. She teleports in, and she's attacked by Blackout. Blackout, I don't know much about this particular villain. I've only seen him very few times. But it seems that Blackout's powers are able to negate Captain Marvel's powers, so she basically just disappears out of existence, so she's out of the picture. Wasp discovers this whole situation. She's able to sneak her way in within the mansion. She finds that Jarvis and Black Knight are out of commission. She goes back to Herc and Captain America. She's like, tells them the whole situation. Like, Hercules doesn't want, like, they want to build a plan with Captain America, call up other ex-Avengers, try to find some help, and Hercules is like, bullshit, I'm going to deal with this all by myself. So Hercules tries to jump in. Cap and Wasp try to convince him otherwise, but he's too far ahead. And actually, poor Cap and Wasp are defeated by the Avengers Mansion defenses. And while this happens, Blackout uses his powers to block off the Avengers Mansion from the world. So here's this epic moment where Hercules has to battle against all these villains, and he just gets destroyed. And poor Cap gets captured. Baron Zemo is with his shield. Hercules almost gets killed during this whole situation. And here we get, during this story, we get Ant-Man, Scott Lang Ant-Man, goes to the hospital to give Wasp a hand with the whole situation. At the hospital, Zemo sends Absorbing Man and Titania to finish off Hercules once and for all, kill him, destroy him. And here's where I talk about the personal part. Like, Zemo finds Captain America's stuff, all of his old memories, and starts destroying everything, old pictures. He has an old journal where he talks about his old life. Everything's destroyed. His old classic shield gets destroyed. Like, he really, really, really wants to make this personal. He tortures and beats up poor Jarvis in front of Black Knight and Captain America. Like, it's fucking visceral what happens in this story. So Ant-Man and Wasp are able to defeat Absorbing Man and Titania. And we get the Avengers start to regroup. We get new members on the team. Thor's going to be back on the team for a while. We get the introduction of Dr. Druid on the Avengers. The worst Avenger ever. I really hate Dr. Druid. But here's where we're going to see the Avengers make a comeback. But as you see, like, the whole torturing poor Jarvis and the whole thing was just really brutal. Black Knight is able to escape. Then we have Thor crashing the party. And the battle between Thor and Goliath is also super epic. It's really, really good. But issue 277, the whole final battle, it's just timeless. It's Captain America with no powers, with no shield. He's able to deal and defeat Wrecker. Thor defeats once for all Goliath. But the final battle between Captain America and Baron Zemo on the roof, like, things, as I said before, were super personal. Zemo really pushes Captain America. The hate of Zemo for Captain America is so great. It just really, really pushes him over the edge. Literally, like Zemo wants to give Captain America a killing blow, defeat him once and for all, and this leads to the fact that Zemo falls off a building, he almost gets himself killed. You see poor Cap, all of his memories have been destroyed. It's a pretty sad story, but the Avengers are able to prevail. It's a great story, so see you guys next time. Bye.